everyone, this is Debbie with Plan.Do.Repeat, and today I'm going to do a little bit something different. I've been asked several times to do a video on how my interpretation of the book Getting Things Done is. So I'm going to show you a little backstory, and then I'm going to show you how I do it. There are as many ways to interpret this book as there are people. So I am no expert on this at all. That's my disclaimer. I am not an expert on getting things done. I have a very simplistic way of how I do it, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So without further ado, I'm going to show you exactly how I got started with this. Stay tuned. Okay, so my journey has been a long one and varied, and I am always on the lookout for how to be organized and how to better myself and to do things in a more organized way. Okay, so it started long before this book, but I'm going to start with this book. The Principle of Oz. It was in 2004, and I'm not going to go through the different kinds of organizational stuff. I'm just going to show you what I went through, and then you can look it up if you want to. So I did that. 2007, I did the Now Habit. These are just things that I read and I tried to apply in my life. Eat That Frog, that was an interesting one. All right, and 2013, Mini Habits. Okay. 2015, now it was Getting Things Done. Now, I actually had the first book, which was before. That was pre-2015, but we're going to focus on this one because it was rewritten completely then. And then I delved into the Miracle Morning phenomenon. That was in 2016. Yes, I strayed from the Getting Things Done. I went a little crazy with the Miracle Morning. I even got the journal, and I mean, it went into some great detail for Miracle Morning, and I really enjoyed the Miracle Morning program. And let's see, 2017, the 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. He's a pretty cool dude. So I wanted you to understand that the Getting Things Done was not something that I jumped into willy-nilly. I have been on a long journey through all these different programs and other ones as well. And what I came away with was my own interpretation of all of those, plus the Getting Things Done. But this was the one that stuck with me, the one that worked for me. So I hope you understand what I'm getting at, that I come from all these different ways of thinking, and I brought them all together in my head, and then I used all of those other theories and used this one the most. So it's kind of a scrunched down version of all of them, I guess. I don't know. But so what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to set up a planner to show you how I did it. I'm not going to show you the one that I started because that has way too much personal stuff in it. So we can do this together. So what you can do is you can go ahead and pause if you want to right now. Go ahead and get whatever planner that you want to use. I'm going to be using this notebook, notes, Happy Planner Notes, You can use anything. You can use a bullet journal, you can use a notepad, you can use a spiral bound notebook. You can use anything you want. But this is what I'm using now. Okay, so stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm not going to go over the processes in detail with y'all. That's up to you to do your own research and check out the book and the website. There's just all kinds of things that you can learn from this. I am going to touch briefly on this. This is the workflow diagram, and that's basically what I'm going to be covering. It's basically you write down, you do a brainstorm. It's called an in basket, but you can call it a brainstorm as well. And then I go straight from a brainstorm to whether or not it can be done within the next 2 minutes. If it can be done in the next 2 minutes, go ahead and do it. All right. If it can't be done in the next 2 minutes, can it be done in 15 minutes? If it can, then I put it in another section. The first section is a brainstorming section. The second section is an action section. Okay. And that's where I put everything that can be done within 15 minutes. Okay. And then if it can't be done within 15 minutes and it has multiple steps, then I put it into another section that's called projects. Okay. Projects. So that's as basic as you can get when it comes to the getting things done theory for productivity. All right. So like I said, I'm going to be using my notes, my Happy Planner notes, and I have 3 sections here. All right. And then the first section is the brainstorming section. Okay. So it's literally just brainstorming. So what I would do, since I'm a Happy Planner person, I would put a sticker down that says brainstorm. Okay. And literally just put it at the top of the page. All right. That's the brainstorm section. You can label your tab to say inbox or brainstorm, whichever. I prefer brainstorm. Okay. And then the second tab would be the action items. Okay. So I just put action items. I mean, this is just as simplistic as I can show you. I mean, it's very, very easy, and that's why I love it. Okay, this is the action items. And then this one are the projects. Okay. All right. So we go back to brainstorming. So my habit of brainstorming is if I have things that are going on in my head that I need to put down on paper, because y'all know, if you're a planner person, then we make lists. Okay. And that's what the brainstorm is. It is just all the garbage that's going on in your brain that you need to get on the piece of paper. I'm going to make really simple list for brainstorming to show you what I mean and follow through on all of them. So the first one can be I need to wash the dishes. So wash dishes. Okay. Second, I need to organize my purses. They're driving me crazy. I have a pile sitting on the front table. So organize purses. All right. Let's see. I need to paint the bedroom. We really need to paint the bedroom. I've been wanting to do that for a while. So paint bedroom. Okay. What's another one? Oh, clean. Do the cat box. Okay. Clean cat box. All right. So that's my brainstorming. Now, you can do the brainstorming any time of the day or night that you want to. You can schedule a time to sit down and just get all of your stuff done. Some people like to do it in the morning. That was the miracle morning thing that I like to do. I like to go in the morning and just sometimes stuff wakes you up, doesn't it? When there's things that, oh man, I need to get this done and I can't forget. So sometimes I do keep a little notepad sitting next to my bed and a pen, and I literally write in the dark something. It's sometimes hard to read, but I collect everything in the morning and I write down what was on my mind. And then throughout the day, if there's other things that come to my mind, I go back and I write those in. So you can have pages and pages and pages going on for your brainstorm. That's okay. That's okay. So after you do it this way, okay, now remember, this is my process, all right? So the next part of my process is deciding what you're going to do with it once it's sitting here, okay? So let's see, wash dishes. That can't be done in 2 minutes, but it can be done in like 15 minutes, right? Do the dishes. So this can be done within 15 minutes. So that would be something that would be an actionable item, something that can be done right away. Okay. And that's your second tab. So what I would do is I would designate this to the action tab. So I would bring it over here to the action items, and I would literally put down wash dishes. Okay. Then I would put a line through it so that I know that it's been moved. Where was it moved to? Action items. That's it. Okay. So the next item on this is organize purses. Now that is going to take more than 15 minutes because there's a lot of things that I want to do to them. I want to empty them out, decide what goes into what purse, and put the other purses in a different room, clean out the purses and just go with one purse. So that's going to be a multi step thing. So it's not going to be an actionable item. It's going to take more than 15 minutes. So that's going to go in the last tab under projects. Now, I like to make a list on my projects page. So I would say my first one would be, what was it? Organize purses. So organize purses. Organize purses. So I'd give myself a couple of pages, and you could also put like a tab either on the top or the bottom to designate where your projects start. And sometimes I like to just put like a clip so that I know where my projects start. But so this page would be my first project, and it would be organizing purses. So I would just label it organize purses. Now, the reason why we're doing this, we're putting this in steps, okay? So that sometimes we start on a project and start doing the different steps and we're not able to finish it. So we can mark off each of the steps as we go, and if we get to a point where we have to stop, then when we come back we can say, oh, I finished these, now I need to do this part. Okay, so on organized purses, I would say collect all purses and move to table so that they're all in the same place. Okay. Number 2, I would decide on which purse to use and then set it aside. And 3, I would empty all the purses and toss trash. Okay, that kind of thing. All right, so when you come to this and you say, okay, I'm going to put all the purses in one spot so that I know where they all are, then you can click that off. Say, I did that. All right, then you decide on which purse you want to use. Like if it's summer now, so for me, I would want to pick a summery purse. So I'd put that purse aside. Then I would need to condense all of the other purses and get them all cleaned out and get them put up. So I would do that. So I would put down all the steps that I need to do, and then I would mark them off as I went through them. Okay, so organized purses was moved to projects. All right, now you would do that with paint bedroom. That would be a project as well. Clean the cat box, that would take less than 15 minutes, so that would be an actionable item. Okay, and as you move these items to the correct place, then you can mark them off. Okay, that's basically it. That's how I do the getting things done. Now there are a lot of different ways that people do this. This is my way. This is the most simplistic way that I know how to do this. And like I said, in the mornings, I will sit down and I will make my list. Okay. And throughout the day, if something pops up in my head that needs to get back out of my head, then I'll write it down into the brainstorm. Doesn't matter what it is. Like I said, like paint the bedroom, that would take multiple steps, you know. So I would come over to the projects and I would put paint bedroom, and then I would find where the projects start. Okay, and then on the next page I would start the paint bedroom. Paint bedroom. Okay, and then I would start numbering the different things that I would need to do to paint the bedroom. You know, go pick out the paint, buy the paint, get the proper materials together, move the items away from the walls, or take all the things off of the walls, prep the walls, you know, fill in the holes and sand them down. I mean, there's all kinds of steps that you need to do before you can actually paint the bedroom. So it can't be done in 15 minutes. So this way you can go step by step. You can mark it off. I just love checking off things on a list, don't you? Knowing that that's done. So that's basically how I do my getting things done. It's super easy. It's not hard to forget. It's part of my morning routine. Back when I started doing the Miracle Morning, that's how I started getting into the process of having a routine every morning and getting all the things done that I want to get done each morning. And this is part of my morning routine. It's simple. It doesn't take 5 minutes. I mean, it's really, really fast. Well, that's it. That was my rendition, my version of the getting things done. for the art of stress-free productivity. It's like I said, it's a combination of all different sorts of organizational ideas, but it's the one that works for me. And I know that your version is going to be different. Everybody's version is different. Some people are very, very detail oriented for it, and that's good. You know, whatever works for you, do that. So you do you. But this works for me, and it has for quite a long time now. Like I said, I've brought in all the different kinds of thoughts from the different kinds of processes that I've learned about through the years, and I've applied all different little parts of it. So this is quite a few years of going in and out and deciding what works for me and what doesn't work for me. So I hope you enjoyed my version of the Getting Things Done book, and let me know in the comments below if you follow this theory and how you do it. I'd really love to hear about it. So thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.